Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Andy Menon from the RPA Vanguard channel. In this video, I want to talk about a workaround to one of the behaviors of the file picker control. This is a supplemental video, and it is most likely the last video in the UiPath Apps File Picker and Storage Buckets integration video series. So when I was going through these videos, you might have seen me doing this, I don't know how many times. I click on the link, I come to this page, and I upload a file. And if I want to upload another file, I go back out. I come back in and upload another file. So you see, I have to go back out and come back in for every file upload that I perform. And if you aren't tired of doing that by now, I don't know, but I'm very tired of doing it already. So you can see the level of effort here. It's okay to have this kind of an implementation if you are uploading one file once in a while, right? One or two files once in a while. But it is never good if you're going to be uploading, say, 4, 5, 6, or even 10 files at one time. The problem is uploading one file with this implementation takes you at least 2 steps. First, you got to come to this page, then do your upload. You got to go back out. If you want to upload another page, you got to repeat these 2 steps again. So if you have 10 files, that's 20 steps. You really don't want to be doing that when you have many files to upload. If you haven't already observed, you see that there is no easy way to reset the file picker control. And this is the reason we need to go back out and come back in. That resets the file picker control. So what is the solution to this problem, right? What is the workaround to this problem? So let me go back. This time, I'm going to click on the workaround implementation link. Now it brings me to another page. Observe that there is a dark border around this area of the form that's deliberately been put in for demonstration purposes, and I'll tell you why that is. In practice, you won't have such a border, but I have put it in there to make that distinction clear for the purposes of this demo. Now, in this case, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to upload a file. Great. So the file is uploaded, and I have this status message reporting here. Now, if I want to upload another file, there are 2 options. I can click back like I did in the earlier implementations. But now I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to click this new link that you see here. So when I click this link, you see that the file picker control is reset without reloading the entire page. So you can see the marked difference in the user experience. If you want to now upload another file, I go in, I drop another file, I upload, and when I click upload another, the page refreshes without, or the section of the page refreshes without the entire page reloading in the browser. This is a lot better experience than the prior experience that you saw, in which case you got to go back out and come back in and repeat this process, which becomes really painful after you have interacted with the app for some time. So now that you have seen the solution, let's go back into the App Studio and see how this has been built. Okay, so I am back in the App Studio, and here I have this workaround implementation page that you just saw in action a few minutes ago. Now, I did mention that there is a border around this area of the form. And the reason I put that border is to demonstrate the fact that this is not a regular container. This is a page container, right? And you have the outer page here, the parent page. There is a page container. There is another page that is loaded inside of this page container. And then some of the controls associated with the file picker control have been split between the page inside and the page outside. So I'm going to call this the parent page, the outer page as the parent page. This is the nested page container, and the page you see inside of it containing the file upload control or the file picker control is the nested page. So this area with the border has been clicked. And if I go to the general properties, you will see that it is bound to another page called nested page file picker. And if I go down here on my browser in the App Studio, you will see a page called nested page file picker. If I click on this page, you will see that the file picker control and its immediately associated mechanisms, or the immediately associated caption control and the upload file buttons have been isolated into this page. Everything else almost remains the same. If you click on this file picker control, the variable bindings to it, all of the configurations remain the same. Similarly, if you click on the upload file button, everything, the rules that govern the behavior of this upload file button, the events that are triggered by the upload file button, everything remains the same, and you do not have to change anything very much. And the reason for that is we have been extensively using app variables to interact between the controls on the same page of the app, and we can use the same app variables to interact between different pages and different containers of the app. And that is the reason they are called app variables, because their scope extends across the entire application. You can see that there is the main application page. There is a page container inside the main application page. And if you look at the workaround implementation, there is this outer page, which is the functional page. And inside of the functional page, there is a container. The container loads the nested page, and the rest of the components of this functional page are situated outside or located outside of this page container. The advantage of this setup is that if I zoom in a bit closer, if I click on this link, I can use the click event to refresh the nested page inside of this container without having to reload the entire page. So we have achieved a few things with this workaround. First, we have prevented the full page refresh. The second is we have found a way to reset this file picker control. And the third is it makes for a better user experience and a more productive user experience, because the user can upload more files with a fewer number of steps, which makes this application more productive than the implementations that you saw earlier. The other advantage is because we are using app variables, your bindings don't have to change. For example, let us take this control that shows the status of the file upload. It is bound to a variable named var status message. It's an app variable. Now, because this variable is at the application scope, the value of this variable can be set by different controls inside of this nested page. For example, when a file is dropped on this file picker control, the var status message is set to a certain value. When the upload file button is clicked and the upload succeeds or fails, the event handler of the upload file button sets the value of this status message. Now, because this variable is tied to this outer box, the text area box, your bindings keep that communication between the inner container and the outer page unchanged. So you do not have to make a lot of changes with this implementation model. But what you get in return is a more fluid application with a much better user experience. So I'm going to share this schematic with the application download. You can look at it and then you can compare that to how this application has been built. So that is all for this video, and I hope you liked this content. And if you did, please do subscribe and give this video a like. I'll truly appreciate that. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.